Welcome back to the catch up here on Cris Cyborg's YouTube channel. I am James Lynch. Look who's back. It's Cris Cyborg in Las Vegas. Cris, how are you?
I'm great. I'm excited for to see when you're going to next fight. Everybody hearing about everything. So I'm happy to be here back and talk to you, James. How are you being?
I've been great. Thank you for asking. Always good to talk to you. And by the way, quick shout out to Justine, Kish, who stepped in last week. Big fight for her in Bellator coming up here soon. If you didn't watch last week's episode, go check it out. And always got to remind our audience to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell if you haven't already. Let's start first with the UFC, Cris. We had a big card, first pay-per-view of the year over the weekend. It is Francis Ngannou getting the win over Ciryl Gane. What did you make of his performance and him getting the win with a knee injury?
For me, when I really was a big fan of him. I think everything he's passing through, like he did get a victory. It's not just to go over there and the fight inside the cage, but it's outside a lot of distraction for him. And I'm very happy he's got the victory. And I'm happy he's fighting for better, for better the future in the fighters. And I know some people no see like this way, but I hope I know he's ever gonna need the knee surgery, but I think it was the fight great. He's lost I think the first 2 rounds, and then after 3 rounds he got it. And I was watching his interview. He said, "No way, I was gonna quit about my knee. I don't care. I was gonna go for it." I was really happy for him to get the victory, and let's see what's gonna happen.
And I'm sure you noticed after the fight that Dana White did not put the belt around him. It was Mick Maynard, and Dana White didn't show up to the press conference. What did you make of that?
No, I don't know what's happening, but I think for sure have issues between them. But it's the business, You see them, they make a big sell tickets. They make 5 million sell tickets. It's a big number in Anaheim. And I don't know what the issues is, but if he sells tickets, people like to watch him. I think we can figure out, see what's going on and make him happy. He make like $600K in this fight. And they have the long-term health insurance. So he do the surgery now, his knee. In the future, have a problem. He's gonna have to handle himself. So it's very. I think he's doing something for getting better the sport, and it's very sad, getting this way. I think CAA and WMMA didn't have a problem. And I hear about like UFC suing. The man.
He sent him an email before the fight. That came out yesterday with Francis saying that I guess on the way to the arena they were apparently being sued. I mean, imagine going into a title fight and you're worried about being sued.
I hope like motivate you. A lot of things going on to motivate. Some point to motivate, but sometimes it's a lot of things distraction. But he did great. Congratulations for the victory, and I hope he's doing well with his knee. And let's see what's gonna happen if the next chapter this novella,
Yeah, no, we'll have to see what happens there for sure. We haven't talked since you went to the all women's event up in Canada. How was it? From everyone I talked to, my good friend Don Andrews was doing the in cage announcing, so he was telling me it was a great show. How much did you enjoy getting to be a part of that?
It's very nice because they really invested in women's MMA, and they're really new in the sport. But they're really excited about, they fly a lot of girls from Brazil. I was very sad because Sarah Kaufman, the fight, didn't pull out. But I see how they really want to make the difference in the sport. It's going to be like one Invicta in Canada. It's very nice. They bring a lot of girls from different places. And it was nice to have one Brazilian girl, Laura. She's 7-0, and then she's coming from the little farm in Brazil. So I was going there and I was doing interview for the girls. And they get very emotional because the girls is young, and this girl's 21 years old, and then watching me fighting, and they say, when I watch you, make me very emotional. It make me really happy too, because you see how sports getting better, how the sports open the door for other women, and they just have to say congratulations for the event. The Pallas Athena, it's very nice, and they have a good fight. Have the girl Dakota too. She's came from UK. He did a great fighter, and her mom is a fighter too. It's came from the family, traditional. It's very nice, and it make me really happy. I want to enjoy it more times, and it was a welcome to see my fans from Canada too.
Yeah, it was really neat to see, and I'm glad you mentioned both those women, Laura and Dakota. Dakota I've interviewed for a couple of years now. She's going to be a big star. I think Laura's going to be a big star. How cool is that, though, for you? I know you're used to now the fact that fighters will reach out to you and compliment you and stuff, but to see the future of the sport being I got into the sport because of you, how cool does that feel for you personally?
And then I saw Felicia too, in this case, Felicia Spencer.
That's right. Oh yeah, Felicia Spencer. Yes.
Doing commentator, she's doing great, and then I have another the tweet too, the girl I fought too, Charmaine tweets, she's interviewed the girls. Have a lot of girls, I was there. It was very good, very nice. And then for me, it's nice when outside, just go inside the cage and fighting. But you interview the girls and you see like a lot of the Brazilian girls, she's training the farm for her dad and her husband. Like it's very little, no. You see little opportunity, and she fly first time outside America, Brazil to Canada. So it's very nice. You can change lives and give you hope for everyone, and this for me is amazing.
Something else we didn't talk about that happened recently, Thunder Rosa, the pro wrestler and who's also a Combate fighter. I think people forget you fought in Combate. She was training in California at your facility. How did this all come together, and what was the training like? That seemed pretty cool.
Thunder Rosa, I'm a big fan of her, not just because she's a great wrestler, but because she's always doing something for open the door for the women and the wrestler. It's a different word too, and she's hustle. When I met her, she's really hustle, work hard, and we didn't train together. We did one match. It was an MMA match as a pro wrestling match, and I was no good way for me because I don't know too much the rules, but probably you guys gonna have a fun. You guys watch. We did a video too, and it's very nice. I respect her too. She did one MMA fight, and it's different. When she's go to MMA, different sport than yours you do, and she get out of her comfort place, and maybe she do one more fight in MMA. I would like to help her training and be her coach for this fight for sure. Then she's an amazing coach too. She teach me a lot of things. When you train together, and maybe I can do one pro wrestling match. But she's a really good coach. And I'm happy we put it together and just to build, grow the sport in women's.
Yeah, I think it would be interesting. And, we've seen a lot of MMA fighters do the pro wrestling thing in AEW, right? Dan Lambert at American Top Team, they've brought over Masvidal and some of these other fighters getting to go over there. So maybe we'll see you in the wrestling cage, or ring, I should say. That should be kind of interesting. Yeah. I mentioned it off the top. We had Justine Kish on the show last week. She's fighting Deanna Bennette. I love this fight. Two veterans, two notable names. How do you look at that fight? That's taking place at Bellator 274.
Both have a good experience, and then Justine is very good Muay Thai. She's champion Thailand. She's very good strike. She's really good in the clinch. And she grapples. She trained with Cobrinha. She getting better every training. We train together, and she's small for me, but she's tough. She's tough, never getting tired. She's in shape, and she's non-stop move. And then I'm a very big fan of her. Beautiful heart. And then another opponent too. She's great grappling. And her fight, all her losses for decision. Man, it's gonna be a war. This fight. It's gonna be like fight of the night. And they told Justine, she's gonna do great. And I'm very excited for watch this fight.
Cat Zingano, March 11th. That's when she says she's training for a fight. I got to ask Cris, is that fight against you? Is there anything confirmed yet?
I asked Bellator about this date. For me, I'm open for this date. I'm not choosing the opponent, and then for me, everybody's saying it's going to be next Cat Zingano. And when she say Cat Zingano say, okay, I'm going to fight March 11th, so it's us. But then I hear about she want to do one more fight before our fight. So, but we accepted the fight, but they get a decline. So I just have to wait, see who's going to be the next opponent for me. I would like to more different fights. So I can rematch girls too, but if you have another girls too, I have a Leah McCart. She's coming to a lot of great victories too. She's 6-1, 6-1. So, but I hope Bellator is moving and doing the work for see what's going to be the next for the fight for the title.
Interesting. Okay, so are you saying that Cat is not going to be the opponent, or you don't know yet? They're still trying to figure it out.
No, they told me she's want to fight one fight before do our
Interesting.
Fight.
Okay,
yes.
Gotcha. Well, we confirmed it here. Interesting. Because I figured she would have been next, right?
Yeah, no, I told them I'm ready. If you want to fight March 12, 11 or 12, whatever, I'm ready. I want to fight. This is the reason I signed with Bellator, because I have a lot of girls in my division, and I want to fight. It's all the time. It's good for me and for my career,
Okay, well, hopefully we'll get some fight news soon on you. Before we get out of here, got to do our Portuguese saying of the week. You had to fly, obviously, to Canada for your for that all women's card. So I want to say, how was your flight? I want to ask how your flight was. So how do I say, how was your flight?
Como
Como
foi
Boy?
Foi o seu voo.
Você vou?
Seu voo.
Okay. Seu vou?
Aham.
Okay, so como?
Foi
Boy?
seu voo.
Seu vou.
Yes. Good.
Perfect. We're getting better. We're getting better every week. That's the main thing here.
Yeah.
Before we plug the last stuff here, got to mention we do have a Bellator card coming up here this weekend. It's going to be great. Heavyweight title on the line, Ryan Bader and Moldavsky. Make sure you check that out on Showtime. But before I get out of here, make sure you check out the premium service on CrisCyborg.com. Q&As every month, exclusive training videos, all for less than a cup of coffee if you sign up right now. Anything else you want to plug here, Chris, before we get out of here?
Next one is going to be January 31st, and they're going to be it's a Monday, 2 p.m. in the Pacific time. And guys, sign up and you can be, live with us any place in the world. We're going to be together. Any question you have for me, anything you'd like to know about me, I'm going to be there 2 p.m. and see you guys there. And thank you, Jen, for the opportunity. And I'm going to give a shout out for Sarah Kaufman. She's went to the event and she's calling out Juliana Pena. She say she's 135 in the best world. She'd like to fight. So it's open the door aí for who would like. It's going to be a great fight if this fight happens.